Also, we argued during the commercials when you get your driver's license in New York.
And I remember reading news stories that say you can drive at 17 in New York.
With driver's
education.
No, baby, I grew up here.
You were 100 years ago.
About 100 years ago.
At 16,
graduated high school in 1972.
Can't drive without an adult.
I drove in Jersey at 16 with a learner's permit.
That's Jersey. We're talking about New York law.
I think maybe in most of New York you can drive under 17 with the exception of one county on Long Island.
What happened?
Okay, can I tell you the way it is?
Oh, you don't know.
No, because even in Suffolk County, it's younger than it is in Nassau County.
I was the first kid in my high school, like one of the first people to turn 18. And I got my license at 18.
No,
they wouldn't allow.
17.
You did?
Yeah. At 17. If you take driver's ed,
changes after
you got your license in 1958.
58, dude. I graduated high school in 1972.
It's almost 25 years ago.
Oh,
you're just trying to get an extra year without your daughter driving.
For instance, I took driver's ed. Right? If you take driver's ed, you can get your license at 17.
That's absolutely right.
Right.
Oh, okay, maybe I got it at 17. I don't know.
Did you take driver's ed, Howard?
Yeah.
Yeah, so did I.
Before you're 17.
I was one of the first
kids. Your daughter knows because she wants to drive.
And my friend...
I got it my junior year. Actually, maybe I got it when I was 17.
He doesn't even know what he did.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Dad, what we were talking about was that they're changing it to 18 for my year. Probably.
Oh, good.
No, that's not good.
Yeah, it is good. I don't want you driving.
That happened to me with the drinking age. Every time, like, I turned 18, they changed it to 19.
Right.
Turned 19, they changed it to 21.
They saw you coming, Howard.
I think a kid at 17 is too young to drive.
Let me tell you something. My nephew lives in Texas.
All I was saying was the new statistics show that most kids have accidents in their first year of driving when they start driving at 16.
Yeah.
From 17 on, the accident rate falls dramatically.
I totaled my first car at 18.
Who didn't?
I mean, don't tell my kids that, but...
Yeah, but I'm just saying, for most people, 16 is the most dangerous time to drive.
You totaled the car when you were 20?
Yeah, it was the Tyson fight, and I ran a stop sign. I was really excited about the big fight. And
they told me I was lucky to live.
Oh, man. I wrapped...
car was wrapped up like an accordion.
Is that
but
true?
Just because
Yeah.
you
What'd you tell your dad?
Howard, doesn't mean other people...
Wasn't my fault.
Oh, sure.
Somebody slammed into me.
So then I got a motorcycle 5 years later. I still got...
Then that could have happened to you when you were 30.
Did you really get hit from behind?
No, actually, what happened
How did
was...
somebody slam into you?
I'll tell you what happened. It was winter time. There was a lot of ice on the ground. I was going through an intersection. I was on the main road, and there's a little, like, sort of...
divider?
No, like a little side road. Right. But a real little side road. Right. I'm halfway through the intersection. Woman plows into the middle of my car. Because I'm on ice, it spins, and the force of the two cars collided front-wise, and then I spun again, and she collided into me on the other side. Three ways.
Did you have a seatbelt on?
Yeah.
Oh,
I had a seatbelt on.
Is, Howard, that could have happened to you at 50.
Yeah. I know.
So 18 had nothing to do with that.
But then you know what happened?
What?
Then the guy called, the husband called of this woman, and he goes, listen, your punk kid just got a license. And you report this and all this, man. You know my wife. She got 5 kids. She's going to parade into court with those 5 kids and everything. You better just leave us alone.
Oh, dear.
And did your father just let them alone?
Left them alone. Yeah. No. Buckled under. Bought it.
You know, Howard, my nephew lives in Texas, and he had his full license at 16.
Really?
Oh, yeah, in Baltimore you can drive
different
at
states,
16.
yeah. Connecticut, I think it's 16, too.
See, I feel my daughter could handle it at 17. It's these other kids who can't.
I convinced my parents.
I got to keep her off the road. Yeah.
I convinced my parents when I had my learner's permit I could drive.
What'd you say? I don't even understand.
I convinced my parents that when I had my learner's permit I could drive. So
That's not a nice thing to say about your parents.
Your parents are dope.
But I even had a friend when he was 16. He had a learner's permit.
What do you think? You told your parents a learner's permit is a license?
Yeah, like I had the learner's permit, and then I said, you know, I could drive. Don't worry about it.
So you're telling everyone your parents are idiots.
Yeah,
whatever.
If he got
well, his parents are bigger idiots than him.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If he can fool them, they're in really bad
as if you never, like, you know, tried to pull the, you know, the wool over your parents' eyes.
Never.
That's a big one. That's a big one.
All right, let me play this game real quick. Here's the premise. John went out and interviewed Miss America?
Oh, Gary Garver.
Oh, Gary Garver. He works hard.
the guy who really works.
I could actually bet on this one, then.
Yes.
All right, Gary Garver went out and interviewed Miss America. We're going to try and figure out... Yeah, like the homeless game.
Now, let me give you the setup on this, Howard. Gary introduces himself. He asks her a question about how she's going to save the world.
Okay.
Then he starts to ask her, he gets off 7 IQ questions on her, and then there's a piece of tape where he gets yelled at and thrown out.
Okay, here we go.
So do we get any build-up as to...
Well, you can hear what she's going to do with her crown.
Okay, here we go.
How you doing? Yeah. Kate, nice to meet you. Just want to ask a couple questions for CBS. How many pencils are in a gross?
Wait a second.
This is not
it?
I think we could bet right away.
Where's the setup question?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the producer.
Not my fault.
Howard, I just told him specifically what I wanted. I don't know what to say.
Check your work.
It's hard. I'm running around this morning.
The only thing I can teach you is... Where are my kids? I can't even see them.
The intern did this, and Scott Salem checked it. I said turn it into a homeless game, but keep the beginning part.
Kids, all I can tell you is check your work.
Yeah,
for
and
your
I had
boss.
Scott the engineer check it. I mean, come on, Howard. I can't do everything.
All right, who cares? Oh, obviously you can't do anything.
Yeah, because I haven't done anything this morning.
No.
Hey, you two, stay
You know
in
what?
school.
I don't want to fight in front of your kids.
All right.
Stay in school, you
I
two.
do.
You see what happens.
He'd do anything to get out of being
No,
yelled at.
I'm upset about this.
Gary got his producer's license too soon.
He got his producer's license when he was 17.
You know how your father isn't at home? That's how he is at work.
Should have gone to producer Ed.
What did that mean?
It means you're probably a really nice guy at home, and I'm your kid here, and you're not so nice here.
See, you're not. You guys are easy to take care of. It's Gary I have a problem with.
You know
He's
what?
my son.
If you spent as much time with him as I did, he might not be so nice.
If producing was driving, this would be an accident. Okay?
He's leading into a big fat ass joke.
Yeah, we're getting there. I'm working into it.
Well, he can't because John's here.
All right. Now, tell me what just happened. What was the question?
It's just the first question. How many pencils are in a gross?
All right. Not knowing anything about Miss America, I'll say she won't know the answer.
I don't know the answer.
Me neither.
I don't know. Oh, come on. Everybody knows it.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
Pencils in a gross?
You say she will? I'll bet you $100.
I say she won't. Jackie, I'll bet you.
Oh, shut up.
You know this?
Wait, do it. What is it first?
I'll bet you $100.
I'll bet you $100.
Want to go 100?
I'll go 100.
I'll go 100 with you. You think she knows it?
But Robin, you don't know what
I'm
it...
already covering 100.
I mean,
Robin
we all know what
doesn't
it
know
gross
what
is.
it
Somebody
grosses.
else wanna
Neither do
do
I.
this?
Oh, I know what it gross is.
I don't know how many pencils. How many pencils are in a gross?
144.
How many?
100?
I'll bet you she knows it.
All right.
144?
You say she knows it, I say she doesn't.
I'll say she
Now,
knows.
wait a second. Now, who's going where?
I'm going with John for
100? Jackie, me and you on 100?
I say yes. She's on.
I say no. Let me see if I got 100.
I don't know if I have 100, but
I got 100. I got it.
Hey, Jackie, I'll bet 100 with you.
You're not playing.
Oh,
Let him bet.
Got no money.
all right, all right.
Somebody else bet.
Where is he? You got $100?
Not on me, but I mean, I'm good for it.
Here we go.
Right.
Here we go.
Kids, watch Daddy
And
take.
don't gamble.
Watch Daddy
Daddy
enjoy
take.
taking Jackie's
Yeah,
money.
watch Daddy take 100 from Uncle Jackie.
Watch
But
money
it's
lender.
not right to gamble.
Here we go.
What is the gross?
That's what we're gonna
144.
144.
see.
When you win, can you
It's very obvious who in this room has done manual labor and who hasn't.
Right.
It's in a stock board.
No, I know it from buying fireworks.
Dude, I worked in a plumbing supply house, but I didn't have to know what a gross was. The only thing I know that's gross is your teeth.
That's right. That's what we know.
My kids are totally traumatized by the blackheads in your nose. Tell them, kids. They're sitting there. They're looking at the picture of him
Look at
over
the
there.
real doll, kids.
Kids, what? Kids, did you get freaked out?
But you don't understand something. That's not a real picture. They put those things on there. You look at me. Do you see that now? That's they did that.
Gary has blackheads in his nose, right, girls?
Don't.
Disgusting. I never seen more disgusting thing.
All right, here we go.
Wait, Howard, wait.
That's what a gross is.
Wait, Emily,
Yeah?
do you know what a gross is?
No.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Come on, let Miss America answer.
All right.
I'm going to win $100.
Everybody, this is 100. Okay. I say she doesn't know.
I say she doesn't either.
Okay.
How many pencils are in a gross? Well, I would assume it'd be 144.
Go, baby. That's Miss America. She's representing my country.
Get away from my
Come on,
briefcase.
Robin. Robin, come on.
All
I'll
right.
give you money in a minute.
All right.
Oh,
She's
God.
trapped in a booth.
Jackie, you want your 100? You want your 100?
I will take it now.
I can win it back.
All right, you
I
bastard.
think I
Here.
will
All
stop
right, I owe
playing.
John Popper $100.
I will stop playing right
She's representing my country.
When did the stakes go up? Wow, she's smart. What's her name?
Stupid.
It's right in front of you.
See, I don't know what a gross is, but my Miss America has to know.
Kate Schindel.
Kate Schindel. She knows what a gross is.
I didn't know we had a Rhodes Scholar from the beauty
Yeah,
pageant.
why didn't we check her credentials?
I'll have to send her a package.
Kids, let me say something.
This
That,
is fine.
God.
that bet was a lock.
You're right.
I don't know how I lost it.
All I'm saying is that it shows that you shouldn't gamble.
Oh, this is without any sample question to, get warmed up on either, so it's kind of flying blind.
And Robin lost 100 also.
You know why?
I love
we
that.
should have used that as a sample question.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
It is sample.
Now
I
it's going
say
to get tough. Now
I
it's
say
gonna
this contest is fixed.
Hey, Howard, if you
right.
want to visit your 100, it's right here.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Here we go.
What's the next question?
Let the general gross.
She wrote The Ugly Duckling.
Who wrote The Ugly Duckling? That would be Hans
Wait a
Christian
minute.
Andersen.
Hans Christian
Who
Andersen.
or she?
Who?
Danny Kaye.
I say she doesn't
so
know it.
that's Hans Christian Andersen.
Hans Christian. You say she doesn't?
I say she doesn't
I
know
think
it.
Danny Kaye wrote it, so I don't know.
Are you
No,
serious?
I say she does.
I say she does.
I say she does too.
No way.
All right, I'll say she doesn't.
Oh, shh! I gotta get my
I'll
100
take
back.
Howard for 20, and I'll take Robin for 20.
Where's your
Bet she
100?
does.
All right.
Jackie, I'll go with
No,
you
no,
20.
I'm playing with your money.
Jackie, you want to bet another 20?
I'll take Robin for
with
20.
Popper, too.
You'll take me for 20. You say she doesn't know.
She doesn't know.
All right.
I say she
John,
does.
I'll take Robin. I'll
20
take
with,
Mr. Popper and Mr. Stern.
Okay, good.
Wait,
Jack.
Fred, you playing?
Wait a minute.
I say she knows
Jackie,
it.
I'm taking you,
Want
too.
to go 20?
No. Come on, don't spend all my money.
Oh,
Oh, my
on.
God, you
I
just
gotta
won
make my
100.
money
So
back.
cheap.
Don't play with my goddamn... Excuse me.
All right, who am I betting with?
I'm betting Jackie.
With
20.
me.
That's all I
All
know.
right, I'm betting John.
All
All right, I got Howard and I got John Papa.
Okay, the question is who wrote Hans Christian Andersen?
No,
I
who
see.
wrote The Ugly Duckling?
The kids are laughing.
Probably Hans Christian Andersen's mom. Wrote Hans
Kids, are you
Christian
laughing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
They're your kids.
Yeah, here we go. They're your
Baba
kids.
Booey.
What do you think? It's genetic with us that we laugh at the Delabates?
My kids didn't think that's fun.
Baba Booey. Baba Booey.
Here we go. Here we go.
I have absolutely no.
Yes!
That's another 20?
I only made 20.
Get over here.
My God.
I should have that. She knew it gross.
Here's 50. You owe me $30.
I'll win it on the next one.
All right. She has no idea? How does she know it grows?
That's tough, though.
This is
Mess with the
That's a
kid.
tough one, Howard.
really weird.
Not every school teaches Hans Christian Andersen.
She doesn't know that? What is she, a dope?
There once was an ugly duckling.
Wait. What?
Why did you bet on that?
I had no idea.
Why can I not hear you? Here.
I had no idea.
Yeah, but I had no idea of a gross, and she knew that.
Jackie, you're telling me that you didn't know who wrote The Ugly Duckling?
I didn't know immediately, and she's being asked questions on the spot. If I had taken 10 seconds, then it would have,
All right.
Wait a minute. Do they mean the song or the story? Because the song was Rodgers and Hammerstein.
No, the story.
John, can you do me a favor? Really, just mellow out, will you? Just mellow. Feed him, will you? I'm losing money here in front of my children.
All right, how much are you down now?
I'm down 120.
So am I.
What's with us?
I don't know.
I'm up 80.
Just when does Martling know a thing?
Homeless.
I know. Give me the homeless. Kids, I usually win this game.
She has a home, so
Well,
that's
it's not over yet, Howard. There's like 7.
All right.
5 questions left.
5 questions left.
What does WWW stand for?
No way. World Wide Web, does she know that?
Of course. Who doesn't know that?
No, I say
Miss
she doesn't.
America, she's a dope.
I say she doesn't.
She knew the gross.
That's the only thing she knows.
Maybe she knows World Wide Web. I don't know.
Let me ask you something. You kids know that. You guys know that because you go to school.
No, like, of course you know that.
Why would they know that?
She's going to say World
She's
Wrestling
been in
Federation.
school, too, though.
Yeah, but
Miss America's been in school.
Yeah, but how old is she?
She's in her 20s.
The World Wide Web's only really gotten popular.
No, she was in college when the World Wide Web was.
She knows.
I'll say she doesn't know.
She knows.
Howard, do you
I'll
want to
take
go?
you.
I'll bet you 20.
No. Let me
She knows.
Another 20?
Another 20. Cause
Girls,
20.
All right.
girls, how should I bet this?
She knows.
You say she knows?
She knows. Anybody want to bet me?
All right, I'm going to go with my daughters. I say she knows.
I say she knows.
She knows.
Jackie, you say she
She
knows?
knows, Jackie?
I say she doesn't, so I'm betting Robin 20.
All right.
Why don't you bet all of us, John?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have money.
Because I don't have all this product to sell.
You want to bet me 20? No, I don't want to take your money. It's pathetic.
No, it's not pathetic. I'll bet you 20.
No, forget it.
All right.
What do you
Are you
say?
ready to play the answer now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
Please let it unfold. Don't jump
Thank
on
you.
it. Let it unfold.
Okay, that means she knows
That
it.
means that she knows
All
it.
right, here we go.
I don't know. I don't watch wrestling.
Oh, I watch wrestling. All right.
My web, if you count that, but I know that
She
there's-
did say it.
Yes.
I can't even hear anything. John is so busy making cackling noises.
I know. She said it.
Hold on, I got to back up 3 miles to get to the table.
I tried to warn everyone to shut up.
Here we go.
Actually, World Wide Web, if you count
Thank
that. But I
you.
know that there are
I no longer.
some wrestling organizations that do WWW.
No, WWF is the wrestling.
Yes, but she got World Wide Web.
Yes. That's one of those abbreviations you don't figure out till you get to the end.
All right, next question. Let's continue.
Oh, you're upset with me.
Yeah, I am upset.
Oh, your kids were right.
There we go.
What's the state capital of New York?
Won't know. Where's she from?
Will know. I'll bet that.
Where is Miss America from?
No idea.
Not from New
I
York.
say she's not from New York.
No, she doesn't
I don't
know
know where she's You got to learn that to go to a Miss America school. You
Doesn't
have to.
know.
You have to know that. You have to.
You have to.
Why
It's
would
the
you
law.
have to know that? Do you know the
It's a
capital
federal
of
law.
Maryland?
Girls,
What's
don't
the
help
capital?
your father.
Girls, what's the capital of California?
What's it again? I don't even know.
See, you don't know.
Sacramento.
You only know your state,
Yes.
right?
Yes, Sacramento.
And the
You know
capital
New
of
York.
Maryland is Annapolis.
And the capital of New York is?
Oh, no.
I'll say she doesn't know it.
You have to know New York.
Capital of Louisiana?
I don't know.
They don't have
Baton Rouge.
All right, so
I knew that.
all right, so where are we going with this,
I
kids?
don't know.
I'm betting she knows.
New York's so famous.
Right.
I'll bet she doesn't.
She has to.
You girls know the capital of New York?
Yeah, but they live here.
What is it, girls?
Albany.
Albany. Okay.
They just said it.
Jackie, you want to go to that 20? Try and get the 20?
Well, what do you think, John?
I think she knows it.
Well, so do I.
Jackie, I'll go with you 20. I say she doesn't know it.
I say she doesn't.
Fred, I'll go
say
20
she
with you.
doesn't.
Okay, 20 on.
I say she doesn't, Jackie.
She has to know it for the whole thing, though.
Yeah, she'll lose the
take
prize.
20, she doesn't know it?
All right, I'll go
Just
20
know
with
about
one person on this.
I'll take your 20.
All right, I'll go with you, Robin.
All right.
I don't know. I say she knows it.
All right, Howard, I'll go 20 with you.
What?
I say that she doesn't know it.
Okay.
Okay.
$20.
Yeah.
You going to pay me now, or am I going to have to wait a month?
I'll get it for you when we
Because I need money now.
It's in transit.
Okay, here we go.
Pay my debt.
Here we go. Here we go.
Albany.
Yeah.
She knows.
All right.
Come on down.
You owe me $20.
I owe you 20.
How many more questions we got?
I think 3.
I'm liking this game.
Okay. How much, Robin? How much are you down?
120.
I'm up 100. It's wonderful.
I'm down 100.
I'm up 160.
You're down to just 100 now?
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Ask another question.
Come on.
I've been there, actually. I got to address the New York State legislature.
Told you, it's a federal law.
Oh, that's not fair.
She's been there.
You're not
That
allowed
doesn't
to be.
count.
Let's hear the next question.
Which is colder, the North or the South Pole?
Which is colder, the North or the South Pole?
What's the real answer?
Well, it's 50-50 that she's going to get it right.
Yeah.
I don't know which is colder.
What
The
is
North.
the answer?
North's got to be.
North.
It's probably a trick question.
Yeah,
is it, Emily?
This far away from the sun, aren't they?
I've got a theory. The South Antarctica is actually a land continent, and the North Pole is totally
Just
ice.
ice.
So
Yeah.
it's got to be
This
colder.
isn't a valid question.
Yeah,
I
well,
know,
can't
because
believe
nobody
this.
knows the answer.
Why is it not valid?
Because we don't know the.
What is the real answer?
I'm not going to go look for it.
That's what I'm saying. Does anyone, who picked these questions?
You did.
No, I didn't.
Oh, I did.
No, you did.
You did or I did? I don't know.
Why would you pick a question you don't even know the answer to?
No, the answer was on I was given a bunch of questions.
But who wrote this question?
Fred wrote it, actually.
Well,
a
what's
long
the
time
answer,
ago.
Fred?
Fred, what's the
It
answer?
was a long time ago. You wrote it for Gabrielle Reese.
It's a long time ago. I don't remember what the
Oh,
answer
Fred's
I would be guessing. I'd say the South Pole.
South Pole.
All right, so the question is invalid. All right, from now on, Gary, I won't ask you to pick the questions. I'll do it.
You can do everything right.
Why would you pick a question like that you don't know the answer to?
Why have the answer written down?
Well, what is the answer?
I'll go look for it in a second.
Well, we're in the middle of the game.
Just vote.
You read it?
I'll have it for you by the time we finish voting.
Let me ask you something, kids.
Just have it.
What do you think of my producer?
The real answer.
Have it.
What do you think of my producer? Do you think
Howard, I
I'm...
know what to do on this segment. Just vote, goddammit.
But I want you to know the answer.
I will know
Gary,
it. Just
we need
vote.
to know the right answer.
But I need to know the answer.
We can't vote till we know
It's
the right
the North
answer.
Pole.
It is the North Pole?
I have no idea.
What I'm saying is, when she...
Is it the magnetic
Gary, I'm going to hit the answer in a minute, and then I'm going to go right or wrong.
Howard, I'll go look for it.
No, do you understand?
I understand it fine. Just play the game.
We don't know the answer.
We don't know the answer. We can't vote. Till
How do I play the game if I don't know the answer? Kids, let me ask you something. Am I nuts?
No, you need to know the answer in order to see if it would be.
Yeah,
like,
we won't
Right.
even know who to give
Think
money
about
to. if
No.
at this rate.
Stay in school.
I say we pass on this question.
I could let you know by
You know,
next
but
week.
the premise of the game is everybody else needs to know the answer.
I can look it up on the World Wide Web.
But isn't the premise of the game we're supposed to know the answer? It's supposed to be general knowledge.
yeah.
And we're seeing if Miss America knows that
Right.
stuff.
I don't know. I don't know.
We're
Colder,
asking
Venus
questions
or
we don't even know the answer.
I know.
What's the temperature on Mars?
Yeah. Okay. Let's say let's not even play this answer. Let me play the
Let's
answer.
see what
and
she
okay.
says.
But we don't know if she's right or wrong. Here we go.
I'm going to guess.
I'm going to say she said South.
The North or the South Pole?
I have no idea.
Gary, I really couldn't tell you.
Okay.
So she didn't. She's like us.
Yeah.
That's how come I didn't need to know the answer.
You're
But Gary, nobody knows the answer.
We'd have to bet.
These questions are impossibly hard.
What's the moral imperative of doubt?
I have to tell you, I really don't know.
Let's bet whether Gary knows the answer to the next question.
Yeah,
Okay,
maybe.
I'll go 100 on that.
Such jerks.
Okay, whatever.
By the way, leave Gary alone. He hasn't eaten in like 12 hours.
Why?
I'm having my cholesterol checked.
So
out.
he's
I'm
not-
allowed to eat
that's
for 12
why.
hours.
I never heard of that.
You're not supposed to eat for 12 hours?
No.
Robin,
They do a blood
I
test.
don't
Try
know
to get
what the
nutty and help me out.
They do a blood test. I've had 1 million blood tests for this precise thing.
No wonder he can't remember.
They never once said to me, you can't eat.
Are you sure this is not a glucose tolerance test?
Maybe. I don't know. He said it was to test my cholesterol.
I don't know what the answer is.
That's the one you don't eat for.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't?
Baba Booey.
Oh, Gary.
Have you ever not eaten for any test?
All right, let's get. I got to get on with this because I got to guess. Here we go.
I don't know the answer or the test.
How many sides are on a pentagon?
How many sides are on a pentagon?
Is this okay?
No, this is all right.
We know this one.
There's an actual
How many
answer to
sides? Yeah, we know the answer.
She'll know.
What was the answer, by the way, north or south?
I ran in to defend myself. I was looking up on the computer, but I ran in to defend myself.
Okay, so we don't know the
I'll
answer.
have the answer. I'm afraid to leave.
All right.
I would love to leave, but every time I leave, you make fun of me.
Okay, here we go.
She'll know the 5 sides.
Yeah, she probably
Let me ask my kids something.
5 sides, yeah.
Kids, are you learning anything today? I mean, it is take your
Yeah.
daughter to work day?
Emily didn't know how many sides there were.
No, I didn't. I said, do you know? And you said, yeah, 5. So I said, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
They're learning stuff.
You're learning
I
stuff
already
here.
know.
Yeah.
So much.
Hey, kids, up until your father started making fun of me, did you think I was doing a good job this morning?
Gary? They were too busy goofing on your blackheads.
All I know is the kids still don't know which is colder, the North or South Pole.
Well, geez, Robin, they may not be able to grow up.
No, what I like is that Gary runs out and he's afraid to leave because we're making fun of him, but then he thinks that coming back in will help.
No, he's not going to yell back, though.
Coming back in without the answer.
Yeah, right. Come back in without the answer. That'll really
I think what the kids learn is don't hire Gary. Do you have to report back to your teacher what you've learned?
No.
No?
Thank goodness. I feel like we're being...
And what is the question on the table?
How many sides on a
Sides to
pentagon?
I say she knows.
I say she does, too.
I say she knows.
All right, 20 does.
20 knows.
She knows. She knows.
Yeah.
Who says she doesn't know?
John,
I just took Robin for 20. That she doesn't.
I have missed all the betting. Where am I?
I don't know.
I said she knows.
Yeah, she knows.
She knows.
She knows.
Anybody want to bet me?
She's got to know this. She
Oh,
gave
come
a
on,
speech.
Jackie. Give me my 100
Probably
back.
gave a speech at the Pentagon, too.
Why don't you go wild on another 100?
No.
No? Okay. No, I got to keep it.
Howard, I'll bet you 100.
On what?
Because Robin owes me 100. I'll bet you she does. She does.
Yeah, but
know.
you're just giving me money.
Yeah.
No, that's ridiculous.
Okay.
I'm not going to take you 100.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Twist my arm.
Sides on a pentagon.
Oh,
God.
Wait, wait.
She just said it. Would you guys stop talking?
They talk right over the answer. I'm having a tough day.
Oh, my God.
Hey, give me a break. You guys start talking the second she says something.
Jesus, dude.
Shh. Shh.
Sides on a pentagon. 5.
Thank you.
Here it is.
Now, what is the final question? And everybody's got to bet big on this question.
Hey, yeah. And who? Hey, by the way, who did you bet on that one?
Yes, I'm down 100 now.
Oh, okay. Who'd you bet, John?
Yeah.
Yeah.
John, you're an idiot.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
You're down to how much?
Well, guess
I'm
what?
down 100.
I'm down 40. Who's the idiot?
Me. All right, here we go.
For those who need to know, the South Pole is the colder one.
Wow.
Okay.
Is that the magnetic South, Gary?
So that's the I sold 30 albums in my first time poll.
30,000, which is about 29,000 more than your T-shirts.
Yeah. But except when I leave here, my life doesn't depend on whether I sell T-shirts.
Two geniuses grapple with the issues.
I wonder if John...
I'm still trying to figure out what
When you leave here, sell a quarter of the records you sold and see how your kids eat.
Oh, dear.
What?
I don't know.
John needs to sell records after he leaves here.
I never heard of that, but okay.
You know, how are you gonna make a living when you leave here?
What are you talking about?
When this show's over, how are you gonna make a living with your scary musical career?
Oh, Gary, you're making fun of me. Well, no, I'll be a producer like you, and I'll forget every question that you're asking people.
John, if you want to get into people's work techniques, don't even get started. You'd be fired anywhere else.
Oh, yeah, okay. You know what, Gary? Anytime you want to have this...
What, the big contest, John? Everything's a
great
contest.
No, you know...
John wants to have
we
a
can have
contest
this
to show how
argument
much,
but-
better he is than me.
No, it's not that, but that is ridiculous.
Just sit back and the comedy.
Okay, listen, I got a guest coming in, so let's get to the last question where I can win some money.
Battle of wits are both unarmed.
Hey, he started it.
All right, here we go.
I made a joke. A simple, harmless joke, but now you've hit something.
You think making fun of me is harmless? No, you think making fun of me is harmless?
What was the harmless joke?
Is it the magnetic South?
Oh. Hey, kids, you see why I'm exhausted when I come home? Kids, do you see that?
Yes, this is like a daycare center.
Do you see that, like when you and your sister argue, that it's annoying to me only because I have to do this all day?
It's Daddy's nightmare.
Yeah, I have to be a daddy at work and a daddy at home.
Daddy hates when we argue.
All right, here we go. Last question for Miss America.
Who was the Soviet leader during World War II?
Ah.
What did he say?
Who was the Soviet leader during World War II?
She doesn't know it.
Howard, do you know it?
Yeah.
Stone.
Yeah.
She's a college graduate.
She's a college graduate?
Yeah, they all have to go to school.
That doesn't mean...
I say she doesn't know it.
I'll say yes for 20.
I'll
say yes?
say
Okay,
yes,
got
she
it.
does for something with anybody.
I'll bet you 20.
I'll bet you 20.
Hey, Jackie, why don't you go another
Robin,
100?
I'll bet you 22.
All right, she does.
Not positive.
Kids, do you think that she'll know the answer to this?
Do you know?
You knew Stalin?
Doesn't she have to learn it?
Yeah, she has to learn that.
If she's going to be Miss America, she should know it.
Yeah, she should know it.
She hasn't had long enough to forget it.
She could miss it, though.
Did you guys study World War II yet?
A little
bit.
Yeah. Did you know Stalin?
We're reading We are reading the number of the stars. It's about World War II.
You guys, who was the head of Italy in World War II?
I don't even know.
I'm going to clean up.
Delabate.
Mussolini.
Baba Booey.
Selena.
Baba Booey.
Stuttering John doesn't even know the answers to these questions.
No, of course we do.
You knew that?
Yeah.
What, you knew Mussolini?
Yes.
Yeah, Mussolini.
All right, what was the Russian family before the Tsar came in?
Oh, I don't know that either.
Romanovs.
Really, I didn't know that. Okay, here we go. Shh. Here we go.
It's a restaurant.
How much do I got with you? 20, Jackie?
They made the
Yes,
noodles.
20.
All right, $20. Here we
I
go.
got 20 with John
All right.
and John.
I say she
She
doesn't know.
You say she doesn't.
Right.
Daddy, she knows.
What do you say, Robin?
I say she knows.
Kids, be quiet.
She doesn't know.
Here we go. Shh.
She knows.
What's the question?
Who was the Soviet leader during World
Here
War
we go.
II?
Shh, shh.
Stalin.
No.
Bad
What kind of game is she knows everyone.
day. Here's your 20.
Yeah.
I only owe $60.
Damn, I'm down
No, you owe
120.
me $80.
Huh?
You owe me $80.
Yes, but I just
Oh, you cleaned up somewhere else.
I just won.
Is this
20
over?
from
Is it over?
John.
It's over now.
Thank God.
Here's the
What
part
are
where
you
he
saying?
gets
Come
thrown
on,
out.
Jackie. I'm even with you.
What is that, Gary?
Here's the part where he gets thrown
You
out.
owe me 20, Robin.
I'd
No,
love to tell you what
I
happens.
erased that somehow.
Oh, guys, settle in a second. What is this part?
Here's the part where Gary gets thrown out.
Okay, here we
All
go.
right.
Who's the inventor of the polio vaccine?
Oh, ooh.
No. There's
She
no
doesn't
answer.
get to
Okay, here we go.
I don't know that one.
Well, I don't mind answering your questions, but these are sort of like out there questions that I don't necessarily know the answers to. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm being made to sound stupid. If you'd like to talk about HIV and the things that I'm doing as Miss America, I'd be happy to.
She got offended by historical questions.
Yeah.
So when
This is what they asked me to ask, so.
Okay, then I, as the media person here, would have to ask you to stop or leave. I mean, if you want to talk to her about volunteerism and HIV and AIDS, which is her platform.
All right. What does AIDS stand for?
$100.
$100.
Oh, yeah,
Nobody
play
asked
with me.
that
We'll see if you get
question.
it.
What's the name of patient zero?
Ralph.
Jackie.
That would be fine, but I don't feel comfortable with you using this as an opportunity for something else.
Okay, that's cool. That's
Sorry
fine.
about that.
All right, thanks, Gary.
Okay.
All right.
Listen, so I lost a lot of money on Miss America.
So I owe you 20, Howard.
Yep.
And you owe me
40.
40.
I got 80 coming from Robin.
And I owe John 80.
And me 20.
All right, okay.
Let me thank my guest, John.